You notice that Ryan and Brian strategically sit over there and they make cheap points in that chairs. He's already in the screen.
We're good. All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our May 28th Town Council meeting. Just before we begin, I just want to go through the evacuation procedure. Mr. Grebe? Yeah, folks in the back, we're going to start the meeting, if that's okay. In the event of an emergency, 2 doors to your left, another one up in front of council chambers. We'd exit the building, cross Middle Road, and await further instruction at the school administration building. If we could all please stand for a pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence for our men and women serving in harm's way. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic. Thank you. Okay, just a little housekeeping. We are live streaming. So those of you participating on Zoom, there's an icon for you to indicate if you have a question. If you're calling in, *6 will allow you to mute and unmute your phone. *9 will indicate to the host that you have a question. If you're participating remotely or in person tonight, please state your name and address for the town clerk. And with that, we will begin with our roll call.
Mr. Katzman?
Here.
Mr. Gleason?
Here.
Mr. Hamilton?
Here.
Dr. Ryan?
Here.
Mr. Aguirre?
Here. Okay. There was no executive session prior to the council meeting tonight, so I do not have an update from executive summary. So we'll begin with our consent agenda.
Mr. President, I move that we approve as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Next, we'll be sitting as the Board of License Commissioners.
Mr. President, I move that we approve the peddler's license for Kevin Palumbo doing business as Mumsy's Ice Cream Delight, 6 Grove Avenue, North Providence, and Ullman's Ice Cream, 232 East Main Street, Westboro, Massachusetts, with 2 vehicles.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn as the Board of License Commissioners.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Next, we have minutes from our May 13th meeting.
Move to approve as presented.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Next, we have tax vouchers. Tax voucher 2024-05-28 01 to 2024-05-28-02.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Moving on to our town administrators report. Mr. Rayner?
Good evening, Mr. President, Town Council, ladies and gentlemen. Just a reminder, we are currently accepting nominations for the annual Portsmouth Award, and those nominations will be accepted through June 14th. Details are posted on the town website. Another reminder, the Town Hall basement waterproofing project for the northeast area of the building will commence mid-June. The project will require the removal of the landscaping at the north end of the building, and the contractor is coordinating replacement landscaping plans with the Portsmouth Garden Club. I'd like to say congratulations and well done to Kathy Inch, our payroll clerk and assistant HR administrator. Kathy was selected early in the year to attend the Rhode Island League of Cities and Towns Municipal Leadership Academy, and she graduated on Friday the 17th. I'd also like to recognize the team of Ron Smith and Elliot Marshall and the team of Neil Bellevue and Joel Kosgarden from our Public Works Department. They led Portsmouth to first and second place in the inspection competition and second place in the slalom competition at the annual Rhode Island Public Works Association Snowplow Rodeo. Both teams will be invited to the New England American Public Works Association on July 24th at Marlborough, Massachusetts, to compete with other teams from New England. And then the winning team at that event will be invited to compete at the annual Public Works Rodeo in Colorado later this year. The Portsmouth Parks and Rec Department will kick off an inaugural summer music and entertainment series on June 27th, starting at Sandy Point Beach. 5 events are planned from June 27th through August 20th. The events will feature music, family night, and a family day. There are also 2 other events we are co-sponsoring with the Four Hearts Foundation and the Ocean State Kids. The first is a color run at Glen Park on Sunday, June 9th. There will be a 4K and a 1K run where you get doused with colors of chalk as you run the course. I guess that's a fun thing to do. The second is a family beach barbecue on Saturday, August 4th from 4 p.m. to sunset. There will be a barbecue food truck, music, and a bounce house and children's activities, and that will be at Sandy Point. Please check our website for more information. 3 Aquidneck Island communities, the 3 Aquidneck Island communities and the Naval Station are working together to develop a multi-jurisdictional regional hazard mitigation plan for our region. Our planning departments have organized a series of 3 community workshops in the coming weeks to identify areas of concern, map out vulnerabilities, and solicit mitigation strategies. Interested parties are invited to attend any one of the scheduled meetings and/or respond to an online survey. The workshops are scheduled in Portsmouth, Newport, and Middletown. Portsmouth will be first at May 30th here at Town Hall from 3 to 5 p.m. Newport will be June 6th, and Middletown will be June 20th. And again, that information is posted on our website. With regard to the senior center, funding has been approved for the construction of the senior housing project that will incorporate the new quarters for the Portsmouth Senior Center. Church Community Housing is awaiting final approval of the septic design. They did receive soft approval today, and we anticipate that that will happen next month. Construction should begin this summer. As you are aware, relocating the baseball field at the site is prohibitively expensive due to the septic system and the topography of the site. Because of this, we have worked with the Navy to secure the use of the baseball fields located at their recreation facility at Carr Point on Burma Road. The Memorandum of Agreement, MOA, is in the final stages of development, and we believe it will be presented for your approval in time for the Little League to make use of at least one of the fields this fall. Unfortunately, our DEM outdoor recreation grant application for the outdoor fitness area was not approved. This is the one that was proposed at the senior center, but we will seek other grant opportunities and ensure that this initiative remains one of our top priorities. And then lastly, I'd just like to remind folks that the grand reopening of the Turnpike Avenue Playground will take place this coming Saturday, June 1st, from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Due to limited parking, people are asked to please park at the Portsmouth High School, and from there, Newport trolleys will transport attendees to the park. Mr. President, that concludes my report.
Mr. President, I have a question regarding the senior center, Mr. Rayner. I guess we lost a little bit of time on the septic system. It was designed for the area around the ball field, I guess, and they moved it further inward. Is there any chance of doing something else sports wise there, since they are moving the septic system that you're aware of by chance?
No, I mean, there'll be a bocce court and the outdoor circuit center, but no, we won't be able to put a baseball field there. It's because of the land slopes so far down. We can't move the septic design any more than it already has been moved because of the DEM requirements, due to the conditions of the soils and obviously the size of the project. That design was soft approved today. Then there's 21 days. There's some administrative work and abutter notices that will go out at the end of that 21 days. Once, if there's any questions raised and those have been answered to DEM's satisfaction, that approval will be granted final approval. There really hasn't been any substantial time loss because it was always going to be a spring or summer start of construction. So maybe a month, but it's still for construction purposes, it's still.
No,
fine.
it sounds like it's on time. I said that because Mr. Belvin said of all the things that had to go through, the septic was the biggest headache, and all the financing has been there, et cetera, et cetera. Lastly, is there still a retaining wall required as part of that project, or is that
The
only if you-
retaining wall would have been required if we put the baseball field from one end of that property to the other
Okay.
near the road. And that because of the topography, we would have had to build it up. And to build it up, there would have been in excess of 9-foot retaining walls built around two sides of that property. And now it was going to be well over $1 million just to move the ball field over.
Sure. Thanks.
All set, Mr. Gleason? Okay.
Hi, Mary McDowell, 94 Point Road, Fort Smith. And in regard to the senior update, I just have a few comments regarding the senior project. I've been concerned about this project since 2021. At the high school meeting in September 2021 and subsequent discussions that followed,
Ma'am,
Oh, sorry.
this is really just an update from the town administrator. There's really no discussion on,
oh, I can't piggyback off of that.
no.
Just-
It's just an update. If there's questions or comments, I'd be happy to catch up with you after the meeting but really, yeah, it's not could put it on the next agenda item for the council.
Because it's on the, Kevin, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think she could make a statement about but we can't act on anything.
No, I'm not looking for action. I'm just looking
If
to
it's
make a,
just a statement, I think we can hear the statement,
All right,
but she can't say,
all right,
I want you to do X, and we
no,
can't.
no,
vote
no.
on that.
Yeah.
okay. Is it a brief statement?
Oh, it's a
Okay.
brief statement.
I'm just asking.
Yeah,
Brief
It's
is
brief.
relative.
At the high school meeting in September 2021 and subsequent discussions that followed, it seems like the plan that was proposed and sold to the citizens has changed considerably since the fall of 2021. The citizens of Portsmouth voted on the information that was presented at the high school and those other meetings, but now it seems things have changed. All I want to know is, can anyone on the board speak to this and comment on that? Tell me if I'm off the wall in terms of the changes that I really think have happened since that vote. That's brief. Now it's up to you, I guess, to respond.
Well, I think the follow-up would be to put that on a future council meeting for an update or things of that nature
As an agenda item.
as
that
an
can be
agenda
addressed.
item. We really can't discuss, we're not even prepared to discuss some of those changes that may have occurred. But-
Okay.
But thank you.
Put on the next agenda for update. please.
Yes, no, understood. All right, so we're going to move on to resignation and appointments. And before we begin, I just want to clarify I think it was a little bit of an oversight on the zoning board of review. Mr. Knott is not resigning from the zoning board of review. He's just not seeking a reappointment. He will fulfill his term, which I believe it takes him through August of this summer. But he's not seeking reappointment. So he's not resigning. He's completing his term and fulfilling his duties as chairman of the zoning board of review. So I just wanted to clarify, it's not a resignation. It was kind of an oversight on my part. So
So as such, we should wait till August to thank
No.
him for his service?
No.
We can thank him now.
you can thank him now and we'll probably thank him
Yeah.
again and give him another tile. It's his second stint as a member of the zoning
Yeah.
board. So he's 24 years. So he's
Mr. President, I move that we accept with regret the resignation of Ms. Maderas and resignation or future leaving of the zoning board of
yeah.
Mr. Knott. He's been a great asset to the town and be surely missed, but he's doing the right thing and letting us know ahead of time so we can advertise and get a replacement in there so it doesn't slow down the processes.
Thank you.
Seconded.
Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. On to appointments for the Bristol Ferry Town Common. It's the reappointment, 3 reappointments for Ms. Elliott, Ms. Jenowitz, and Ms. Sears.
Move to approve.
Seconded.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Next, we have old business. First is a request approval of Amendment 3 of the Prudence Island Ferry Dock and Water Infrastructure Improvement Project. Mr. Rayner.
Yes, this is the project where they're making improvements both on the Prudence side and the Bristol side of the ferry course, the ferry landings. More money has been made available for this project. This will help pay for the increased price and some of the material that's been that had to be ordered or manufactured, and it requires approval by the town council to get more money. So they're asking approval for you to give them more money.
Well, for them to get more money. We're not giving them more money.
Correct.
They're getting more money. We're not giving them more.
DOT has made the money
Thank you.
available.
Just to clarify,
Yes.
it's not coming from the town. Motion to approve the memorandum of agreement.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Next item is our monthly finance report. Ms. Marsden?
Good evening, Mr. President and Honorable Council. As of the end of April, the town was 10 months or 83.3% through fiscal year 2024. Year-to-date general fund revenues were at 81.3% of total budget. Primary sources are state aid, interest, income, and tax receipts. Year-to-date general fund expenditures were at 81.2% of total budget. Primary drivers were final bond payments and civic support payments. For reference, revenues and expenditures are comparable this time to the past 2 fiscal years. Fourth quarter tax payments are due June 1st and discretionary spending is still frozen. We will continue to monitor revenues and expenditures closely over the next couple of months to ensure favorable trends through the end of the fiscal year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Marsden.
Motion to receive and place on file.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, moving on. First item, new business. It's request council approval for appointment of the civilian harbor master. Mr. Rayner?
Yes, Mr. President, interviews for the part-time harbor master position were held on May 15th by a panel consisting of our HR director, the deputy chief of police, and the harbor master from South Kingstown. The panel recommended the appointment of Mr. Michael West to the chief of police, who in turn made this recommendation to me. I concur with the recommendations of the interview panel and the chief of police, and I respectfully ask that you appoint Mr. West as the Portsmouth harbor master.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Abigail Brown, Chair of the Harbor Commission. On behalf of the Harbor Commission, I want to thank everybody involved for this process because it's not been easy. It is absolutely a wonderful move for the town of Portsmouth, and we back anything and everything that Mr. West wants to do. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was approved 5-0. Okay. Next, we have request to advertise for a public hearing for low-speed vehicle ordinance. Chief Peters.
President, members of the council, the police department's requesting to advertise for a public hearing regarding low-speed vehicles. The General Assembly passed a bill that allows low-speed vehicles beginning July 1st. And municipalities can enforce and enact an ordinance where under the current regulations, low-speed vehicles would be allowed on any roadway with a speed limit of 35 miles per hour or less. Due to the concerns of East Main Road and West Main Road, the police department's concerned of adding an additional dynamic to our situation that we have right now. So we're requesting an ordinance where, in effect, if this was approved, West Main Road, because from West Passage north is already 45 miles per hour. That is already prohibited under state law. South of West Passage is 35, so we'd be requesting from the town line of Middletown to West Passage, that area, which is 35 miles per hour, be prohibited for low-speed vehicles, as well as on East Main Road from the town line to Turnpike Avenue, be prohibited for low-speed vehicles. So request to advertise for a public hearing.
Mr. President, I have a question on this.
Sure.
Because I don't want to advertise it if this is something that isn't something that we have the power to do, and that goes to my question. The draft ordinance references pursuant to the authority granted by Rhode Island General Laws 3119-6-1D. So 3119.6-1, Part A says low-speed vehicles shall not be operated on within certain parameters relating to as defined in state highways. B is subject to all regulations. C is something unrelated. D is a municipality may by ordinance prohibit operation of low-speed vehicles on a laned road or local highway or a portion of, and it goes on. But in this statute, it references state highways, et cetera, as defined in 31-1-23. State highways are kind of what we know they are. Every street or highway constructed or maintained by the state director of public works, Division of Roads and Bridges. That's 138 and 114 would be my understanding. So East Main Road and West Main Road. Local highways are defined as every street or highway other than a state highway. So what I'm getting at is the that subsection D only grants us the right, a municipality, the right to prohibit low-speed vehicles operating on lane roadways or local highways. I'm not sure that East Main Road and West Main Road are those things under the law.
I think it's a laned roadway, isn't it?
Yeah, we obviously we had the exact same question
Yeah.
and concern. And the answer is, unless we prohibit it on a lane road within our municipality, it is permitted,
So the sort of generic laned road.
correct?
Okay. I just wanted to make, because it was a question in my head, just wanted to make sure.
So this is not considered the town superseding state law?
No, not at all.
So what would be the dates for the public hearing?
So we can either, because we only have to advertise it once, we could advertise it and it's not one that's required. The town just tends to advertise. We could have it for June 10th. So it would advertise on the 6th and be in for the 10th. Otherwise, the chief requests that it's July 8th.
If we do it July 8th, you have 8 days of people driving on East Main Road with low-speed vehicles theoretically.
Theoretically.
Okay.
Even if you pass it though, it would take a while because we'd have to wait. And if you passed it on the 8th, if it was on the 8th, town highway would have to order the signs, we'd have to put them up, we'd have to call dig safe, so it'd still be a process, it wouldn't be effective. But if it does pass, the police department would just issue obviously warnings and educate people during that process.
Chief, does this kind of require signage on Portsmouth streets?
Yes, sir. So that would be part of the ordinance, or the, that we'd have to have signage. I believe state law also refers to that, is we'd have to put up our own signage informing people of it.
Would you be prepared to do it on June 8th?
June tenth.
June
June 10th,
10th.
excuse me.
June 10th, absolutely.
I would,
He's already got the signs in his office.
no, I mean, do the
hearing.
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 Correct.
I don't think he's ready with the signs yet,
Oh, yeah.
but you never know.
Okay, so let's try for June 10th, public hearing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
So, motion to hold a public hearing for the new ordinance on June tenth.
Yes. Second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Okay, so
And congratulations on your new officer today.
Thank you.
Only what, 3 more to go? 4 more to go? Okay.
okay, so next we have correspondence.
Move to receive and place on file.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 5-0. Okay, next we have future meetings, June 10th. June 12th is our town council budget prep, which is a public hearing, which is on the Wednesday. June 24th, July 8th, and then July 22nd.
Mr. President?
Yes.
I have 2 items.
Sure.
First, on future meetings, July 22nd, it's typical the council takes a break. One meeting off during the summer. And the July 22 meeting would provide a nice window for folks. So I propose that we cancel that meeting.
I'll second that.
All in favor of canceling our July 22nd meeting?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes
My
5-0.
My second matter, I ask for the president and council to allow me to address a matter of personal privilege. President Aguirre, my fellow council members, thank you for recognizing me for a matter of personal privilege, and thank you for your indulgence to allow me to speak for a few minutes. It is a great to speak for a few minutes. This will be my last town council meeting of this term. I'm resigning from the Portsmouth Town Council effective after the adjournment of this meeting tonight. It is a great privilege to have had the people of Portsmouth place their trust in me with their vote to serve on the Portsmouth Town Council. I do not take that trust for granted, and I feel that I owe the people of Portsmouth an explanation for my resignation, as I have sought to explain all of my town council decisions. I first got involved in public service in 2003 when I volunteered to serve on the Charter Review Committee. From serving on the Charter Review Committee, I met other people who shared my values and cared about Portsmouth as I did. They suggested I should run for town council. So 20 years ago, in June of 2004, I told my wife, Jody Redlick, that I wanted to run, and Jody enthusiastically supported me. Since then, Jody has supported me without exception or complaint through political campaigns every 2 years and countless long nights spent here in council meetings instead of at home. Jody has supported me in more than just my public service. When I wanted to make a career change, leave the field of computer software and go to law school, Jody supported me. When I wanted to quit my job with no new job lined up in order to spend all of my time studying for the bar exam, Jody supported me. And together we took that leap of faith. In every endeavor in my life, Jody has given me her unwavering support and, most important, her unconditional love. And that love is mutual. I love Jody, she loves me. We met when we were teenagers. Married over 40 years now, we were meant to be. A little over 2 weeks ago, Jody had a seizure and was rushed by Portsmouth EMTs to Rhode Island Hospital. These past 2 weeks have been a maelstrom: brain surgery, doctors, tests. And last Thursday, we learned that Jody is diagnosed with a type of brain cancer called glioblastoma. So as we adjourn tonight, I resign from the Portsmouth Town Council that I can give to Jody my care and support and love as together we face each next day as it comes. Thank you all. And Mr. President, I move we adjourn.
Did we receive and place on file the
Yeah,
correspondence?
Because it's not on the,
No,
not on the agenda.
no. the
No, we did,
Yes, we did.
we did
Okay.
correspondence.
We did correspondence. We
We
did the July
Right, if you-
22nd.
I would personally like to wish Jody and yourself the best of luck. Fighting it. Cancer is an awful disease. And God, I hope someday we find a cure for all these awful diseases. Best of
you.
luck.
Good
And
luck
I
as well.
want, and I want to thank Councilman Katzman for sharing something so deeply personal with this council. And also for telling the people who voted for him for this office why he's making the decision he is. It's a very personal, very difficult thing to impart to a large group of people. And again, we're all very thankful, and we're also thankful for your service.
Mr. Katzman, thank you for your service, and I hope all the best for you and your wife.
Thank you.
And I'll finish with a final thank you, Mr. Katzman. I know it wasn't easy. I appreciate your openness and wish you nothing but the best moving forward. Enjoy each and every next day. Thank you.
Thank you.
So with that,
Can we
Move
get a
to adjourn.
second?
all those in favor,
Aye.
thank you all.